Wagwan fam, welcome back to yet another amazing episode of Cheka 2 podcast. Kama kawa kama dawa, I am your host Nick Mwamba himself. Shady hayuko around. Apparently jana alipanda ndege ako Australia. But atarudi tu. But anyway, it's an amazing episode manze. Intro zangu zinakuwa mbaya sana.
Usijali.
Utaniandikia
Nishachukua notes. Kuna mahali nitakuuliza swali.
But anyway, today we have an amazing episode in studio. She is a legend in every game that you can think of in this industry. I call her the Kenyan Mary J. Blige. Because whatever you're doing in Kenya, nafanya ni the same. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Sanaipei Tande is in the phone. Hi.
Mayowe. Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
I am good. Uko ati kama kawa kama dawa.
Kama dawa.
Kwani unakunywaga dawa kila siku ni nini wewe?
Dawa gali.
That's true. I cannot believe I brought that up. Thank you very much for having me. Kenyan Mary J. Blige. Explain that to me.
Mary J. Blige was, I don't know if she is still a singer. Mm-hmm. She is an amazing actor. Kwanza movie yenye mimi na watch like the bad female character, like she's the bad mother. So it's called Power. I know her from Power and
Power the series?
Yeah, Power the series. You watched it?
I watched it and I had to stop. There were some parts that were a little too much for me. No, I stopped. I mean, because I'm not a person who's into series. Yeah. So she's been in Power.
She is. Now, after the whole 8 seasons, they broke it down to each character's storyline.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So like the kid got his series. Tommy, I know you know Tommy, the white person.
You mean the Eminem lookalike?
Yeah.
Of course I know him. Come on now. But anyway, clearly we're making this up about Mary J. Blige. Oh my God.
Anyway, all in all, even unajaribu kusema.
Oh, ni multi-talented.
Multi-talented.
Sasa ungesema tu hivyo maze, unani like na Mary J. Blige na mimi ni Sanaipei Tande.
Okay, sorry. Multi-talented Sanaipei Tande.
Thank you very much.
Have you been though?
I am here and there.
Honestly, uko hapa na pale.
You think so?
Juzi, Raha Fest, we love R&B, karaoke.
Siwezi kudanganya, by the way. This has been an interesting year for me. Like, very interesting. I have done, without releasing any new material, I have done some of the biggest shows that have been, in the country. The Raha Fest, we love R&B, bringing international artists, and then, of course, gearing up to be part of Blankets and Wine on the 28th of July.
This coming Sunday. I can't wait for that. It's an amazing lineup.
And then I also was part of their sessions organized by June Gashui. And, the first
we
time...
We work with June.
Yes, of course. She's such a yummy mommy. I know. And she's so brilliant. She's so brilliant in how she arranges her shows. Like, she's so organized. Everything goes according to plan. And even if it doesn't, you can't tell. Yeah, so we also have Bear Sessions coming up on the 3rd of August, which is now a combination of Sage, Waire, and myself. So, I mean, this year, despite, because a lot of times I keep missing out on shows because people are like, sasa Sanaipei amefanya nini mpya? Ametua goma gani? Amefanya kolabo gani?
But I think all through ataka una projects recent, like your background, uko na some dope songs. Me personally, nakumbuka mara kwanza nilikuona ilikuwa kwa ngoma yako na Jua Kali kwa Heri.
Kwa Heri, right.
I was still small, but I was like, oh
that.
my
God. You still look a bit small now. So ulikuwa umenipenda.
Nilipenda ngoma juu yako, Jua Kali yenyewe. Nakupenda bro bado, but
no. Jua those days alikuwa top. So mara nyingi sana unakuta like my manager for example atatafuta show anaambiwa sasa Sanaipei how do we argue for her to get this slot na hajatoa kitu mpya? But you see, all these other shows that I've done are people who have appreciated my music from back in the day and the longevity that it has. Unajua, ngoma zangu wanga evergreen. Si ati unatoa ngoma leo, kesho kutwa, 3 months, so I take my time. Lakini ngoma ziko, zinakam.
Okay, I hope so. Watansikizisha kidogo. But anyway, I'd really like to know your background, like what has led to Sanaa being Sanaa right now? Because I feel like you're so yummy, like unakatu ukum adoring sana. How's your upbringing been like?
Okay, my childhood basically.
Wewe ni Mswahili?
Mimi si Mswahili.
La hasha.
Mimi ni Masai.
Uongo.
Lakini alilelewa Mombasa.
Hiyo combination crazy.
Swahili, jamani. Swahili, is an actual, it's a culture. It's a way of life for some people. No, I was born and raised in Mombasa. 1985, tulikuwa tunaishi Likoni, Shelly Beach pale. After 4 years, tukahamia tukaenda Nyali. We lived in a very good neighborhood. Lots of friends. Went to great schools. My parents are not strict people. You get, they're firm, but they're not strict. Yani sile ati ukicheza kidogo utachukuliwa mwiko ukapigwa nao. Mimi sijapigwa na mwiko jamani. Play up, no.
Mimi ni slippers, mishipi tumezipokea.
Like at which point are you being hit with slippers?
Class 3, class 2, 4.
You're like 7.
Discipline.
Kwani ulikuwa unafanya nini ukiwa standard 3 surely?
Kuiba 40 bob kuna kucheza PS,
okay, now, you're saying those things.
You must intervene.
No, mimi sijawahi. Kama yani kuiba, ati kuiba do?
Okay, si kuiba, si
umeiba ni yako.
Si ni yetu.
Wow. Anyway, so great childhood, great upbringing, went to good schools, interacted with very good people. We were part of the Maa community in Mombasa, so we had a lot of interactions with other kids. There's really nothing else to say. I've always been brought up to be, just humble and respectful and living within your means, which is a very big thing now that we're discussing in this country. I mean, if you don't have it, if you can't live it, achana nayo. Hey, we ishi ile level yako.
So like upbringing yako ukiwa Likoni, because me personally nikisikia someone has been brought up in Mombasa, Kilifi nini. Kuna zile movies za kitambo. Like if it's Mombasa ni ka corridor hivi alafu wamama wamefunga dera wanapika tu mahamri. Is it the
ukazana
same
na nyumba za Kiswahili? No. So my dad, being from here, was not going to go to Mombasa and start living in a Swahili home. He had a very good job. He gave us our own compound, our own gate, in Shelly Beach, which is like, I think it was a kilometer from the beach. But
so
not
tunaishi karibu na beach.
Tulikuwa tunaishi karibu na beach, but not to also like down talk this other side, because this other side of my life, which is where my mom came from, nyumba hizo za Kiswahili, chumba hiki, bathroom store moja, kila mtu you share. But it was such an important part of my upbringing and my culture and who I am today, because ilinipatia balance katika maisha yangu. Usiwahi angalia watu ukasema wale waishi kwenye nyumba sijui iko vipi, sijui wako na kina nani, then you look down on them. It gave me a very good balance from a young age, so I appreciate that as well. Sa nyingine wana I miss, sinaona hivi. Sa nyingine wana I miss sana, nasema tulikuwa sa nyingine tukilala. So my mom was born in a place called Guraya. Tukiamka Guraya kama vile Ramadhan vile, siku ya kufuturu sijui nini. Mtatumwa mwende mkateke maji, uko na kazini zako, mnateka maji, mmesimama kisimani, mnangoja maji, murudi ndani, mwekewe chakula kwenye sinia. Haya, rika hii na hii, nendeni mkakae pale. Nani na nani, it was really, it was nice.
Ilikuwa inabamba.
Ilikuwa inabamba sana.
Like alafu mlikuwa mnakula vizuri.
Tulikuwa tunakula vizuri. Lakini nyanyangu alikuwa yokuwekea nyama moja. Kila mtu ashikilia nyama yake hivi. Alafu ala wale. Alafu unachuna ile nyama kidogo, so but it's nice. It's experiencing different cultures is so important as a kid, because then it makes you wholesome. Yeah.
Speaking about experiencing different cultures, were you still intact with your Masai, like
for as much as we could?
Because nasikia uko na Uswahili.
Una nini na Uswahili?
I honestly like the accents and stuff.
I mean, yes. Being part of the Maa community in Mombasa, which is the Maasais in Mombasa, we were part of that. We had parties every once in a year, and the kids would sing, and the men would choma nyama, and the ladies
so
would...
unajua Kimasai?
Sijui Kimasai.
Wale wanasikia tu.
Wala sisiki. Ni uongo. Najua neno 1, 2, 3 hapa. Of course, there's the Tagwenya, Igo, Tabala, Owene, Maabe, one word. But because my parents are from 2 different tribes, it was not something that you grew up with. And I'll take an example of like some of my cousins here who come from like Kikuyu homes where both your parents are Kikuyu. Because it is spoken at home, it is very easy for you to pick up on. Yeah, but so because this was not being spoken at home, I think, and
There's one common language.
It's easier that way. But when we used to come to Nairobi for holiday, so my grandfather used to teach us like nabo, are, uni, ongwan, imiet, ile, nabishana, isiet, naudo, tomon. That's as far as I can count. I know tomonare, tomonaudo, and then tunaishia hapo. And then those few words here and there. So I don't know Kimasai very well, and I think it's something that I really should learn.
Challenge yourself.
I should.
How, okay, Sanaa, mdogo. When did you know like music ni music? Like, ulijuaje when ni star msanii? What?
I don't know. Did I ever know? I don't think I did. Childhood.
My mother was from the choir.
There is that part of the story.
Okay.
So my mom was part of Swinging Stars, Star of the Sea choir. And they used to be led by Father Cochran, who was a priest at the cathedral, the Holy Ghost Cathedral in Mombasa. My dad, on the other hand, was also part of the choir here in Nairobi in his school days. My mom was first soprano, but I can't really say that they pushed me into music by singing with me and telling me you need to learn this and you need
to join the choir.
No, though I don't even think there was ever talk about join the choir.
Ukiwa mdogo ulikuwa unataka kwa nini ukiwa mtu mkubwa?
So nikiwa mdogo, pale ka 7, ka 10, ka 11, I used to listen to a lot of music that my parents would listen to. So Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, Michael Bolton, Michael Jackson, Judy Boucher, Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves, guy, who is that? Jim Reeves. So all those
honestly,
oldies.
hapo unajua tu Mariah Carey na Michael Jackson.
Uko serious? Aujui Bolton?
Labda nisikie ngoma yake.
Oh, he's the one who originally did Lean on Me When You're Not Strong. I think.
I'll be your friend.
Because I hear there's somebody else who did it before him.
Hizo ngoma za kitambo kila mtu. Hata yako tutafika mahali sisi tuanze kuimba.
Washaanza kuremix hata nisikuambia. So yeah, my God, I can't believe I said Keanu Reeves. Jim Reeves for me is like Father Christmas. Because his voice was so warm. When he sings Christmas songs, it makes you feel so, this is a festive season.
Now that's how your voice is to me.
Is that so?
Oh my God.
Still till today?
Kwanza Ayana, I listened to it, nilisikia leo asubuhi nikasema, oh my God.
Yeah.
I was even shaking. Okay, like not si hivyo. No, like shaking ile ya kufurahi.
Oh, ya kufurahi?
Si ingine.
Si ile ya uoga. Yeah, so listening to all that music, in those younger days, I wanted to be a musician. I didn't know what it took. I didn't know, what goes into actually being a star and the things that come with it. Unajua? Mambo ya comments, vile wase watakuongea. Unajua, vile utachongolewa, mara sijui utaandikwa story fake na huko. I didn't know all that. Then when I grew older, I joined Mama Ngina High School in Form 1 and I fell in love with chemistry.
Chemistry?
Yes.
Chemistry, the subject?
Chemistry, the subject.
The mic.
Chemistry, the subject.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Did you think it was chemistry, the feeling?
Chemistry of music. Sorry.
Chemistry of music.
Chemistry. Such a basi. Piga sasa juu.
Ati unapiga? A gulp of water. Wacha mimi nikohoe hapa tu. Guy. Unafanya blankets na kohozi. What can I do? Washalipa deposit. I kind of have to do it now. No, but I'll be okay. I mean, today is what? Wednesday? I have till Sunday. I'll be fine. Taenda kukunywa mwarubaini. Yeah, I just had a dawa actually in the morning before I came. It was pretty nice. Unajua sasa hiyo ndio shida ya kuwa na dreams ya kuwa rapa. Unaanza kupigana na mic bure.
Yo. Tulikuwa wapi?
Tulikuwa listening to all these musicians. Yeah, then I joined Form 1.
Oh yeah, Mama Ngina.
That's okay?
Chemistry.
Yeah, so
Nimeshtuka cause chemistry.
ulikuwa unachukia chemistry?
Tulikuwa tunachukiana tu cause hata hakukuwa la chemistry.
I'm so tempted to ask you what you liked in high school.
History and theory. Actually, hizo ndo ziliniokoa.
Hiyo ni kwa sababu question 1, question 8, question 11 answers ni the same. This is why you liked those things. Una copy paste tu, unaenda tu, what is the evidence that God is a scientist? Anyway, so when I joined Form 1, when I joined Form 1, I fell in love with chemistry and biology, and then I was also now becoming self-aware and self-conscious. And tulisoma.
Okay.
Tulisoma. Okay. They are brighter people, but we were bright enough. So, just ile kuwa una realize sasa we ni msee shy, haupendagi kuinteract na wasee sana, uko na labda mabeshte watatu in the entire school. So realizing that, I now had to figure out, because those days we used to be told, ukishaingia high school, hapo ndio una determine what you're going to do in your future.
Oh my God.
So as you're doing that, you're thinking, okay, so I need to pick a career from this moment ambayo haita involve wasee wengi.
Oh my God.
Literally,
that was you.
That was me. That is how I landed on, other than the fact that I loved chemistry and biology, that's how I ended up on pharmacy.
What?
Because pharmacy for me, I had imagined I would be in the corner mixing powders and nobody would talk to me.
Niwe na madawa zako.
Hapo sasa. Nawatengenezea tu ma drugs. Ninakuja kama ni presentation, unapeana presentation mbele ya watu watatu, umewazoea, and you're done. So it was one of the reasons why I picked that, and I just gave up on music, because I'm just like, I don't think I can stand in front of so many people. I don't think naweza kuwa marafiki na wasee wa industry, unajua wasanii, mapromota, manini. It's just not who I am.
Bado unaimba tu chini ya maji.
So when I joined Form 1, of course, there was nothing like that. When we moved to Nairobi in 2001, I joined third form at St. Lucie Kiriri, and they had a choir. It was a Catholic school. So they had a choir that would sing in the church and on like parents' days or whatever. So then it became Natasha's choir. I used to tell the teachers, listen, I'm in third form. I'm a new student. There is no way you can start calling this my choir when there are Form 4s who've been here since, I don't need drama.
Please.
Yeah, but then eventually it used to be called that, nini.
Walikubali?
Watafanya aje na mwalimu amedecide. Wewe unakaa tu hapo unanywea, hata kama ukiitwa kama superstar unanywea tu. So then so finished that, and there was really no plan of doing music. Joined KMTC, Kenya Medical Training College in 2003, September.
So all along, oh my God. So what changed? Nilifanya ukachagua music eventually? Ama ule unaimba sana ukitengeneza dawa.
Ati nikitengeneza. No, because even when I did pharmacy, I only did the first semester full. Second semester ilipofika, Popstars ilikuwa imekam.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah, Coca-Cola Popstars. Now what had happened is Pop Idols had come first. Bro, akani convince, you should go for this thing. Nini. Mi nikachenga. Nikaingia taona KBS. Nikamwambia, nimechelewa, I couldn't go. Popstars ilivokama akasema, we unijui. I know you are medicine. He told my parents.
So your parents
walisema, mami, you have to pick a song. What? So I remember this time, because before we went for the first auditions, they went to Mombasa for 2 weeks. Waliporudi, the first question my dad asked me, umepata nyimbo? I'm like,
oh my
nyimbo,
God.
Yeah, co-audition. So from there, it was just, we went to the flow.
Ilikuwa rahisi, because sasa yetu ni vice. Mimi personally yangu ilikuwa vice versa. Drama festival, my parents were like, because honestly, anaona grade, anaona tu kichwa yangu iko hapo. Mimi nagunga tu drama festival.
Okay, but
so I was nikijoin Form 4, wako like, this is the last lap you're going.
Yeah.
So usiingie drama. I'm like, sawa. Niko siku moja kwa class hivi preps, nasikia drama ina rehearse. The next call my mom was getting me, hi mom, tuko Bungoma Drama Festival Nationals.
Oh my goodness.
Tell forget money.
But that's where your passion is, and especially because kama waliangalia grade wakaona enyewe mtoi hapa ashiki. Lakini kwa drama una excel, then they should have pushed you on that one.
So your parents are the one who pushed you into music?
Yeah, absolutely. My entire family was there from the very beginning, all the way through. And I think back then it was more, daddy amesema, mami amesema, bro amesema, so I must do it, And that's the only reason I did it, because, and every day it was yes, you've gone through. Yes, you've gone to the next stage. Yes, you. So even the day they came to tell me it's a yes for you to be part of the group, I covered my face because I was known as the expressionless chick. And I was just like, if I can't even react with happiness. I was just like,
What?
Then I just had my dad say, Sanaipei, woo! Nilisimama. For me, I just wanted to finish and go back to school.
Oh, so ulikuwa unapiga tu for them.
Yeah, and if it didn't work out, I wasn't, because kwenye
You weren't
auditions,
invested into it.
mazee wase walikuwa wanalia bana, wanalia. Mtu anapiga simu kwao anasema, mama, I didn't make it, na amelia. Mi saa hizo nimeduana, shanga, what do you mean? Why are you crying like this?
So which song did you sing?
My first song was A Woman's Worth, Alicia Keys. That was at Village Market. Then the next
Village
one...
Market, which year?
2004, March.
Okay, Village Market ilikuwa?
No, actually, it was not 2004 March. It was 2004 from January into February. And then March 26th is when we left for South Africa.
What?
Yes. So, hizo days za sikiliza. How old were you? Guy?
24, acha tu. Niambie tu nitaenda kusikia baadaye.
So that was the first song. Second song was Greatest Love of All at the Stanley in town. Then we got to Mombasa, and my first audition on the Sunday was Always Be My Baby. And then after that, now they were giving us songs.
So ilifika mahali sasa katikati ukaanza kuona yenyewe sasa music ndio.
Register. Wacha nikwambie, even when I was going to the Stanley for the second auditions, it was a Monday at 8:00. I'm like, you people are joking. I've got class. So I carried my uniform. Because walituambia, you will audition in the morning and then in the afternoon you will go to your other duties. Because I had double biochem, and I kept telling people I had double biochemistry. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So I carried my uniform, my socks, my very, very ugly black shoes, and I didn't go to school.
Kashinda kuimba tu siku nzima.
Ninaimba kila siku ninaambiwa yes, kila siku naambiwa yes. I just used to be on the phone and my dad just used to say, go, 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 mommy, go. And I was just like, okay, sawa.
So at what point ulikuja ukakubali music? Ukasema
I think when we started doing the album with Sema, then I realized, oh wow, I have to put in the work because now I'm part of something that's beyond me. Yeah, there's other people who are involved here, and there's other people who are invested in this thing. So I think that's when it hit me that, okay, I now have to do the work. It's not just all fun and games. Oh, she auditioned. Oh, she did. Yeah.
Okay. Personally, as I said, nilikujulia kwa heri. So I'd really love to know backstory.
Before that. So after auditioning, we were 7 as the last people. And then one was removed before we left Mombasa, tukabakia wasita.
So kutoka Mombasa mnakuja Nairobi.
Usiku na Coast Bus. Those days when it was Coast Bus. I don't know what it is now. Anyway, so we come back, we sleep at the Stanley. Actually, no. Did they drop us home the same day? Jesus. I can't remember. Anyways, it was such a long time ago, man. Like, it's 20 years. It's 20 years. So after that, wakawa sasa...
20 years?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wakawa wana come to our homes, wanakuja kutuambia either it's a yes or a no. So 3 were yeses, 3 were no's. Pam, Kevin, and myself got the yeses. We became the group, started recording. Tukaenda SA for 2 months, March into April into May.
So bado ukiwa SA unaona tu muziki bado?
Sasa si huko tumeanza kufanya kazi, tumeanza kurecord, tumeanza kuandika ma lyrics. So I'm just like, okay, this is real. There was not even time to like enjoy that I'm shopping or enjoy that we are in South Africa.
It was South Africa yenyewe huku enjoy. Oh my God.
Mimi nilikuwa nangoja tu do ninunue nguo. Ni hivyo tu. No, South Africa was actually very, very, it was exciting. It was a good time. I need to cough. So, tukamaliza essay, tukaja, sasa tuka-record the 17-track album, Mwewe. And we had like several producers. We had Akina RK, we had Musioka, we had Chris Adwar. I don't think we did anything with Daily. And then 6 months down the line, we broke up.
The whole band.
Yeah. Now, some of the songs in Mwewe kina Pilipili waliandika. Jim Watt was part of one song. Yeah, he rapped on one song. So those days we'd like go to Calif, and that's how we got to know like akina Joa Kali on a one-on-one, akina Jim Wizi.
Was it like real beef between Calif and
Homeboys?
Ilikuwa Homeboys.
So it was Calif and Ogopa.
Oh yeah, Ogopa ilikuwa Homeboys.
No. Ogopa was a separate group.
Was it real beef between Calif and Ogopa?
I don't know, man.
Like
I just don't know. You know, me, I just do my thing and I move on with myself. But I can tell you for sure, and the reason why I probably wouldn't know how bad the fight was because I was interacting with the Ogopa guys and I was interacting with Calif guys and I was interacting with Homeboys guys. For me, it doesn't matter. We do mziki. Vibe ni vibe. Kama tumeelewana. You get what I mean? So those days is when we used to be taken to Calif, tunapeleka huko na ndai ya DJ John. Najua mnaingia mtaani, jo grao ya, inaitwa nini grao ya ball, as Joa Kali used to call it. And so you go up these steps all the way to Clemo's studio and there are so many upcoming, yani aspiring artists wamekaa chini kwa ngazi, wanangoja tu opportunity na Clemo. Nyi mnapitishwa. It used to be so uncomfortable.
Really?
It was very uncomfortable. Aje. Hata yeye anataka opportunity, kwani we ni nani? So that's how we got to interact with akina Clemo, and when Sema broke up, that's when now Clemo reached out for Kwaheri. Because at the time Bongo was...
So it was Clemo's idea?
Clemo and Joa Kali. Okay. I mean, I can't really tell you who came up with what, but all I know is that Clemo gave me a track and I went and I wrote and I went back and I recorded it. And then now Joa Kali came and put in the verses. We didn't record at the same time. At any point did we record.
So mliona tu siku ya shoot?
Siku ya shoot. Na hapo bado nilikuwa namfukuza namwambia, boss, unafanya nini hapo unasimama unaniangalia? Enda huko.
Because you're still shy.
Extremely. I'm still shy till today. You know, like sometimes I go shoot a video and people get shocked. Like if I do a collaboration, for example, and the artist will call and ask, so how many people are you coming with? And I'm like, I'm sorry, what? No, what does that mean? No, like, you know, your entourage. I'm like, you are joking. I'm coming to do my job and bounce. The most I will probably come with is maybe the makeup artist.
Damn.
Yeah, but ati sijui nimeleta sijui mabeshte zangu tumekuja hapo tunapiga sherehe hapana. No, so I was still shy. I'm still shy till today. If I'm shooting and you do not need to be there, please disappear.
So ni wewe na director tu na like the necessary guys.
Ati?
Ni wewe tu director na...
Yeah. If I could kick the director out, I would. Honestly.
Oh my God.
If you want to get 100% from me, just keep it clear.
So how do you... Saa performance ikifika.
Sasa performance unajua, you need the audience to be there.
Yeah.
You can't kick them out. But video shoot, what do you need an audience for? I mean, seriously.
So if all along when you're dem shy, other than music, what were you doing excited? Kama mimi tume napiga sherehe. Wewe ulikuwa unadu?
Other than music, yani ya kujibamba? I don't know. What am I supposed to say? See, karaoke too. Tunapiga karaoke, which is part of sherehe anyway. So, yeah. I mean, I did karaoke before I now got back into it, which was very recently. I had done 33 clubs in 13 years.
So, sherehe yako bado unalipwa?
Yeah. Ni muhimu mazee.
Umetafuta hido.
Nani atatupatia? Nani atatupa do? Who's going to pay our bills? Who's going to pay our rent? Who's going to pay whatever, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not that I can't meet a friend for lunch.
I know.
But more often than not, if I'm going to piga sherehe, I better be getting paid. Otherwise, let's do lunch. I go home, you go home. Yeah.
Okay, basi wewe.
Siko ubaya.
Wewe ni different sana. Kwa sisi.
Nyi mnafanyaje? No, but you see.
Wewe jua tulipwi, tunalipana.
But there's a difference. You see, you're young. You're still young. Even us, like in our 20s. Okay, fine. Maybe because I started karaoke at such a young age. I started karaoke in 2007. And that was what, 20? I don't even remember what that would be. 2007 ni miaka ngapi imepita?
17, sorry. Yeah,
17 years. So I was 22.
Oh yeah, nishaisikia. Yeah.
I was 22. So si niko 39 ni nini?
Walai.
Aki, next year di 40 maze. I was about to say mbao. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
it's really not an issue. And I know a lot of the times people try to poke me on social media by saying that udemni 52, I'm udemni, and I'm just like, ni sawa, I don't know, ma, you know. Because me, I don't fight age. Me, I embrace it. And the more you try to fight it, the more it becomes apparent that you are actually, or maybe you just start looking older than you actually say you are. Don't fight this thing.
Because unajaribu sana kupigana nayo mpaka sasa unaka part of it.
Ulizaliwa 85, wachana na. Anyway, so I was telling you, it's because you're young, but because at a young age I started working, and that was how I combined my sherehe with getting paid. Now it doesn't make sense to me to just go piga sherehe, and I'm not getting any money after this.
I won't lie. I think adimi say niko kwa your face. Ndo niende, and your stuff, me personally, inani bamba, because I get to like party, not like party, because bado niko job.
Yes.
As much as kama we love R&B, nilikuwa everywhere, but ukiperform nasimama naimba kidogo, alafu nakimbia tena narudi. Like you having fun.
Balancing,
una balance instead of kapu kutumia do.
You know, in fact, that's something my dad told me a long time ago. He told me when I host my karaoke's, I need to remember that I'm not at a party. I'm earning money. It's not for me to pay the club to have a good time. You know, like now if you're being paid 10,000, for example, ukitoka hapo mtoko na ngiri mbili. Nini wewe? How have you spent 8,000 of the money you're being paid?
Only pap to me.
Doesn't make sense.
And
so,
you have bills.
And you...
Kwanza hilo nakwanga shida ya unamka kesho the following day because what? We just buy Mattel na sijalipa Wi-Fi.
Mattel. Mko na jokes. I. Me when I was doing karaoke, ka Viceroy kapite. Viceroy, Risho. What are you doing buying Mattel? Hapana, for what?
The feeling is the same.
The feeling is the same. Of course, the hangi is very different. You have to consider that, because if you're drinking high-end alcohol, then you're going to be a lot less hangid. If you're drinking these rough things of ours, hapa chini chini. Kuna hapo pia. Kama una gap na maji, ni sawa. But now we are 21, we're buying Mattel. What are you smoking? No, please. I don't even buy Mattel today. Be sure.
Anyway.
Effect ni moja.
Effect ni moja. Utasikia tu poa the same way.
Exactly.
Anyway. Wewe ni mpali sana. After kwa heri, is there a time that you had a musical break?
Okay. I don't know how to put this, because somebody actually called it my MO the other day. That
Meaning?
Modus operandi. That's how I operate.
Okay.
I release 1, 2, 3 songs at most in a year, move on to the next year. You know, many artists actually, every 3 months, ametoa ngoma every 3 months. Na hizo ni solo, bado kuna collaborations. So for me, my trend has always been, take your time with your music, sit down, think about an idea. How do you want to portray it? You know, like love. Love has been sung about by so many people, but it's really just the angle that you bring it out. So I take my time. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that finance is also not an issue, because when you're hearing that people are shooting videos for 500, 600, 1.2 million, you're just like, that ain't me. That is not me. Maybe one day, majaliwa ya Mungu, na tunaomba, lakini, so when you're hearing things like that, and that's what it takes to actually do a video, you pull back a bit and you're just like, sasa, nitatoa sotano ni shoot video, ama nitasort mambo zingine huko za shamba. You get what I mean?
I get it.
So finances have also been an issue, and I think it contributed to those gaps.
MO.
To those gaps. But then also working on radio.
Oh, you worked on radio.
I did. I started at Capital.
What?
Oh, I did, but I didn't have the accent.
Oh, really?
I didn't have the accent to be part of it. So no. I'm just taking the piss. Anyway, but that's ideally what I was told, that I didn't have the accent.
You know, stuff danganya.
For Capital back. I told me fanya job aje huko. No, but anyway.
Sisi hatuko on radio.
No. That was, I think, Capital back in the day. Now I feel like it's a bit different. Kidogo. So I started at Capital. I interned there because the late Chris Kirubi decided by force I must work there.
Yeah.
And then when that happened, when I was told that, you
Hadi
know,
mimi niko internship dosiko kazi.
uko serious?
Wanaweza niangusha tu hapa sahi.
Wewe ongea tu. Wewe ongea.
Zimi napenda sana capital.
Mtu anaongeaga saa ile ameweka signature kwenye dotted line. So then after that, I chilled for a bit, and then Shafi called me and asked me, do you still want to do radio? And I was like, yeah, sure. So coming tomorrow, tunafanya Kipingit Kenya. Okay, Shafi. That's how he basically asked me to do the job, although Caroline had actually asked him to call. So I went and got in, and that was that. Did radio.
Did you enjoy your time during radio?
Oh, I loved it. I loved radio. I never imagined I would actually fall in love with it one day.
Really?
Because mimi nilikuwa nina type kila kitu. Tangu jina yangu, jina ya station, frequency ya station, what I'm going to say, kila kitu.
Script like word for word.
Word for word. And the one day that I said I'm not going to type out everything is the day I said the F word on the mic. And
on live.
Yeah, I just played the next song. And I remember Eve D'Souza called me and asked, Ma, what did you just say? It was bad. But then I thought Caroline was going to fire me after that.
Awezi.
Sanaa, I took a risk on you and you proved me right. So congratulations, you're now a radio presenter. Anyway, so did that for about 6 years. Then I resigned in 2012, 22nd March, which was actually my birthday, was my last day.
What?
Yeah.
Was it a good thing or a bad thing?
It was not good because for a year...
The money...
Yeah. The brokenness was real. But I survived because then I was hosting karaoke still.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I had quite a number of karaoke, 3 times a week. So I could, pay my rent, I could pay my bills and continue with life. Then I got Nation, 2013 June.
What?
So I was with them till 2015. Of course, you've heard so many times, oh, mass firing next month. Mass firing. So I was caught in, I think...
Okay, ni wao kweli? Kuna watu wameangushwa?
SG. Standard.
Na Beep. Na Trace.
Oh, Beep.
Adi Nation. Watu wameangushwa.
Sasa Radio Africa nasikia wanafanya mass firing. Hivi karibuni. So, tukafayaiwa.
Massly.
And at that time when I joined Nation, nilikuwa nimeachana na karaoke. I just said I can't do this anymore.
Nilikuwa juggle vitu mob sana.
Nimechoka maze. Karaoke is not easy. people think it's sherehe.
When
you're younger,
8 hadi 12.
Hadi 12. Alafu kesho kuna job ya 7.
I know.
It's not easy. And hosting karaoke without indulging in alcohol is very difficult. Very difficult. It can be done because I did it.
Because your duration unaona ikiwa refu.
Inakuanga refu, by the way, 1 hour ni kama 3. Alafu kila meza ukienda, no, have a shot with us. So you're just like, okay, just one. One is the opener of disaster.
The whole night.
You know you're going to mess up. So when you're younger, you can do those. You know, like when you're 22, unakunywa leo, kesho umeamka umeenda job, unarudi, mnaendelea tena jioni. Now you probably need 4 days.
4 days ama a week. Unakuja leo unasema okay.
Well, now also again it depends on what you drink and how you drink it. I'm just saying, si kwa ubaya. So yes, it takes a lot of time. So there's no way you can say ati nitakunywa leo kesho nitaenda tu your interview ama nitakwenda your job. So Nation fired us. I stayed a year really struggling, and then I went back to my folks. I just said I can't do this.
Period yote, were you ever signed?
No, I no.
Was it your own decision?
Out of choice. Yeah.
Why?
Out of choice.
If you may.
I don't know. I feel, when somebody signs you, they have to make their money back. Okay? And how do they make their money back? They have to keep up with what's trending, what's working globally. Ni mziki gani inaendelea, ni how are the women dressing now, what kind of trend is there, and all those kind of things. And for me, I don't believe in doing things because they are trending. I just believe in being myself. You can push me to some extent and say, okay, so this is the kind of genre that's working now, Afro-pop or Afrobeat or amapiano or whatever. You can push me to the musical side. But character-wise, to change who I am, hapo tutakuwa na shida. Stories za jaba. Wacha nikwambie. So I think that's one of the reasons why I never got signed. You're not going to change who I am. And I'm not going to change who I am for the world to like me. If they like me, they like me. They don't like me, they don't like me. Plain, and simple.
Shida.
Yeah. Lakini unajua sasa, wase wao wanakuanga na goal tofauti. Kuna msee saizi amekaa mahali anasema, maze ningepewa hiyo opportunity, ningekuwa global star.
Hata huko naipenda from the word go.
No, seti sikuipenda. I just wasn't, I don't think I had what it took to be this person.
Okay.
You know, so, but I'm very content.
If naweza kuuliza the younger version of you sahi akiweza kuangalia like aone vitu nafanya sahi, reaction yake inaweza kuwa,
I think they'd be very impressed with the fact that I broke out of this shell, this cocoon.
Of shyness.
Yeah, can you imagine me acting? Oh my goodness.
How did that come about? Ulikuwa actor ukiwa mdogo? Drama festival?
No, I never did drama festival. I never did music festival. The only thing I did in school that was extracurricular was swimming. That was it.
Okay.
But I did act as a witch in KGM. And I was Mother Mary in Standard 7. I know I was a tree in Standard 5.
Me too.
You are a tree?
4.
Do you remember that?
I was the angel of death.
Oh my God.
I know. What's ulikuwa witch? Sasa
hapo sikuwa na choice. You got to let me know, I'm joking. And then I think there was a time we were just wearing green. Either we were vegetation or something. We had to wear green shorts and a green t-shirt and green shoes and everything was just green. So yeah. So that's the most that I'd ever acted. I think what I started doing is with my videos, I started putting skits. So Ankulahu was spotted by Rashid Abdallah of Jiffy. And he called out to me and he said, I'd like you to be part of this new show that we're writing. It's loosely centered around Sanaipei, the karaoke host, the aspiring girl from a humble background who wants to be bigger than the people around her. And that's how it started. Actually, let me take it back a little. I do know that I did a cameo. I did a cameo in Anti-Boss.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then after that, Eve D'Souza now said, I want you to be part of, as a supporting actress for Vashita.
Ulikuwa ex-girlfriend na Makbul?
Okay. Yeah, the crazy one. Unajua Eve D'Souza aliniekea glue kwa roll-on. Wacha mchezo. Anyway, so actually that was the initial part. Sorry, that brought me into the acting industry. But I know for Rashid Abdallah, it was not so much that he saw me on Vashita. It was the skit that I did on Ankulahu. Zile tumva madera.
Sindomana nilikuuliza kama background yako ilikuwa...
Well, you know, I grew up with that kind of interaction because of my cousins also ni watu wa kuishi mtaani. Tuna kina Majengo, Guraya, Ganjoni, Kisauni, wapi. So, and I love it. I love that balance because there's no way you can put me sita manage.
Because sasa umekuwa na face mingi sana. Naweza sema like Sanaa the musician, Sanaa the radio host, Sanaa the actress,
the karaoke host, the sometimes MC, although she doesn't like MCing much.
Ularibu bag.
No. No, kweli, you know, this is what I keep telling people. I say, tuishingi truth. I mean, I'm not saying that I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I do it.
But
it's not something I particularly enjoy. Because I think a lot of the times we're always told an MC has to crack a joke here, and you know
they have a certain pressure.
Yeah, and I'm not a funny person. I'm not. I don't tell jokes. I really just don't. So, but if I'm given the job and I'm expected to like follow, this is the program, this is what we're doing, so and so is speaking here, then I can do that. But I don't enjoy it.
Which path do you enjoy the most? Like acting in a bamba kuliko music, like ukiweza ambiwa aya nataka upatie Nick career yako moja ubaki na moja, the one that you love the most.
Man, they're two such different things. They're so different because music is a release. You know, you speak your thoughts, feelings and emotions into music and you release. It's like a stress reliever. It's good to get on stage and see people, you know, like relating to what you're saying and feeling your music. Like even when I do Amina and I see people crying, I'm like, what is happening? You know, but it's nice that I'm able to give them that release as well. We're able to share that. Acting for me is such a discipline. You know, ile kuamka mapema 11 wewe uko macho umekaa chini unasoma script yako umeoga umepaki nguo zako you know you get to work and it also helps you with your concentration, it helps you with your memory, it opens you up to different people, interacting with different people, learning about them. So there are two different things. I cannot even tell you. I'll give you one.
Utakatula zote.
Nitaka na zote.
Jikazi huko nje.
Zinanieka balance ingine fulani that I absolutely love.
Personally, speaking of acting and acting now, like naweza sema acting yako ama si wewe peke yako, but a musician can also be an actor because of the set life that they have on set while shooting music.
Some.
For me, mimi naona inaweza kuwa ngumu because, for example, your video with Otile Brown, Ayana na Chagola Moyo. Oh my God, the intimacy that was there. If it was me in Otile Brown's shoes,
really?
I would have fallen in love. I'm like,
what do you mean?
Sanaa, please don't. Because you have to go deep into like...
Yeah, I don't think you have to go anywhere.
Me, wala unishike, because my love language is physical touch. You... Like, we are intimate for 50 minutes.
Okay.
Alafu we break to hivyo Aziz. Eri nikwe rapper.
I think... Let me tell you, I think for me, and this is something that I had to learn about myself when I was acting, I don't get into the character.
Really?
No.
So you are una-snapping
I read the instructions. I listen to what the director wants me to deliver here, and that's what I do. I don't, like there used to be this thing where people used to say, okay guys, we're done for the day, kindly take 5 minutes to de-roll. De-roll is now getting out of character.
Coming back to...
I'm like, de-roll for who? Mini mengia gari niko hapo na Eminem. Bad man, you know. And maybe that was my way of de-rolling. I don't know. But I don't get into character. So even when I'm shooting videos, it's, okay, so what are we trying to push here? We're trying to push love and intimacy and sexual chemistry. Make it happen.
My Lord.
You know, without really having to put your lips on anyone. Just make it happen. Just saying. Hey, and I've vibed.
I know.
Is it already time?
I mean, 30 minutes.
Oh my goodness. We have not touched on so much, but it's okay.
Really?
Yeah,
okay, we have like 10 more minutes.
No, I mean, like, I don't know. It's... So the acting, the...
Wait, sasa nipigie story yenye unaona touch on. The ground
no,
is
but
yours.
It's because I don't know what was your aim with this
interview.
Yeah.
I wanted to get to know you better in all, okay, not like all, but...
No, you know, because most interviews you'll go and people will be like, oh, so there's this time you said you stopped drinking, and then there's other people who'll talk about how come you don't share your relationship status and why don't you tell people about
because umeongea story sana, so...
Oh, yeah, my relationship.
Because when I looked into you, niliona umeongea hizo vitu sana, sasa sitaki tu ongelele.
Kwanza hata siziongelee na waambia wacheni kuniuliza maswali ambayo cough for who? I will answer you and I'll just tell you, no, it's none of anyone's business. So let me see what else. So some of the projects that I've done.
You had an EP.
I did. I had an EP of 6 songs. And
you worked with Nashinsky.
Shinsky and Calligraph, Jali, and then Kiwango with Calligraph. And then, of course, I did Chukua, was produced by Vince on the Beat, Nakuthamini. And I put a lot of work into some of those songs. But I realized, man, like, I don't... What do people want in this market?
You.
No. Excuse me. I think, because me, when I write music, I don't write it as, hey, maze, ini hit.
I think, personally, when I listen to music, I want to get into the zone of whatever you're singing about. Like for Chagola Moyo, I was just waiting for a bride.
You always...
kwa zone mbaya, like you see.
Yeah.
No, me, I am the kind of listener of music who listens to the lyrics and the flow.
Yeah.
So hadi saa zingine hip hop inakuwa ngumu sana mimi kuenjoy because sisikii kitu anasema, ama saa zingine si
hip hop local ama hip hop international ama...
No, hip hop deep, hip hop international, especially international.
You mean like underground hip hop?
No.
Okay.
Underground, you see, like, wanakuanga underground because wengine wanaongeanga ukweli sana, watu wataki
they're not about commercializing
they aren't about, but hizi za commercial like na Travis ni ngumu sana unipatie. Nikiazingia Spotify, the first music I'd play is Kenyan music. Watenda Willy, wewe.
Okay, Vijana Barubaru guys.
Vijana Barubaru.
Okay, because I don't know, I feel like sometimes there's always been this debate for, as an artist, unafanya mziki ile mafans wanataka, ama unafanya ile mziki wewe unataka na unawavuta. But you see, if you start off by doing music that you like, that they don't particularly relate to, hautafika anywhere. And there's truth to that because we have a lot of musicians in Kenya, very, very, very talented, vocally talented. And when I say talented, I mean vocally. Nasisitiza pale kwenye sauti pale. Watu ambao wako talented kweli lakini huwasikii. They're big on the what do they call them? DSMs. Is it digital streaming platforms, DSPs? They are big on that.
Hizo ni kama for example
kina Spotify.
Oh, okay.
But usinione hivyo hata mimi nilikuwa
ninaambiwa
DSPs nasema okay. But anyway, so they're big on those platforms, but out here you don't hear them in the mainstream media. Why? And we listen to international music. We listen to the likes of the Adeles and those other people that, you know, there are so many these days. Akina Sia, She, whoever. But why don't we give an opportunity to the people in our country who sing like that?
What do you think causes that? Kuna kitu wenye watu huko nje wanafanya yenye au wengine wafanyi?
Well, unajua kuna ile sasa hapa tunaambiwa you're Kenyan. Where is the authenticity in your music? Wewe ni Mkenya lakini unaimba kama Mwamerika. You get what I mean? So they don't like that. They want a little bit of that Kenyan touch.
Vibe. Una feel ulitapia market?
Gani ya America?
No. Ya huku Kenya.
Ya hapa tunarelate.
Uko sawa?
Kama Kiswahili watu wanashika uko sawa. Kwanza wasichana ukiimba zile nyimbo za kuvunjika moyo zile. Wanalia kweli. No, but it's I just feel like we also need to give an opportunity to people who have been able to tap into the international market internationally. Not being a Kenyan artist who taps into the international market, being an artist who's able to sing like people abroad, you know?
And still like relate.
Yeah, we need to give them that opportunity because we don't play their music enough and they're there. There are so many. Yeah.
Back in radio, ulikuwa host wa ilikuwa Love Show.
Oh, with Dr. Love. So I used to do the mid-morning show. We had different segments. 2 for 2 in Love, where she used to play all these love songs
and nini.
Sana kupigia na kwambia, please wake my girlfriend up. When love was love.
When love say see love. Okay.
Love ni do. No,
the highest bidder. You agree? Hakuna kujoke.
No. Imagine by then I believe in love fully.
Me too, though.
Fully. It's a beautiful thing if you find it. If and when you find it, yeah. So then we had this segment with Dr. Love from 11 to 1 o'clock.
PM.
Yeah.
11 PM to 1?
11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So the show was from 10 to 3.
Yeah.
Wewe unaamka, unaoga, unakula breakfast, unaenda meeting, unaenda lunch, unarudi meeting. Mi bado niko job.
So I have a Dr. Love moment for you.
Okay.
Na nataka inaitwaje? Talk your point of view.
Okay.
Because it's a really controversial topic. So of late, me personally, I watch movies a lot. Saa zingine love story movies really get into me. And we had Watenda Willy last time, like the previous episode, and we talked about it. But now, wao ndo wako age ya 25, 30. You relate to a more mature crowd, I believe so. So I'd like your view on is love? Like, does age really matter in love? Ama love tu inaweza kuwa tu love. Mi naweza kudate.
I don't think it should matter.
Really?
No. At the end of the day, it's really about how you click with people. Sometimes maybe you just don't click with people your age. You click with younger people. I mean, maybe you click with older people. It really shouldn't be an issue. I don't think it should be an issue. And it's the same thing like I was telling you. It doesn't matter where you come from. Unatoka mtaa.
But hizo ni vitu mbili tofauti.
Si vitu mbili tofauti. Ni mambo na kuklik. Kama una click na wase wa mtaani, hiyo ni story yako. Kama una click na wase wa Runda, hiyo ni story yako. So if you click with somebody mmependana, munaelewana, munasikizana, like we always say, love is between two people. It really has nothing to do with the rest of the world. Kama we na mtu wako mumeelewana. And that's why I say, hii mambo ya ati umegombana na mtu wako unaenda kutafuta advice kwa madem, ama umeenda kutafuta advice kwa maboy, acha nini na hii mchezo? Because it's only the two of you who really know why this happened. I know it's difficult for couples, sasa ile mmekasirikiana ku actually sit down and talk, but sasa ile cool down, rudianeni tu, mujihumble. Achana na mambo ya ego na pride na sijui nini. Uliza tu mtu wako. I just want to talk to you for a bit. What happened here? Why did you do this? Why did you do that? Why did you say this? Why did you act like that? Communication is the biggest key to everything.
Especially hata when you look at swali langu next. So what do you think defines a perfect love? I don't know, story or couple. What
Story couple.
What drives love? What is the main factor that drives love?
I think communication. There is an aspect of honesty, but you can never entirely be 100% honest. I think there are things that you keep to yourself.
Why?
Because they can do more damage than good by being exposed.
Basi ndio ukuwe na kitu kama hiyo, hakuna mtu anafaa kuwa anajua kabisa, because eventually
sijasema uende ukatafute kitu ya kufanya ndio msee asijue. Nasema tu look, this is it's tricky because unajua wanasemaga the truth comes out. Whether you like it or not, it will see the light of day. And I don't know what example to give you about what you can keep for yourself. I don't know, because I don't think you can fully entirely know somebody 100%. You can't. You really can't. Nobody's that honest.
Okay.
Yeah. But communicate. Communication is key. I can tell you that for sure. Na kunyenyekea. Please. Tuachange mambo ya pride.
Kwa hiyo instance sasa ya especially a younger male dating an older female. Sasa juu bado mimi ni mwanaume, una feel wewe kama like the older lady unafaa kunyenyekea ama how should we interact?
I don't know. It's not a blanket assumption for everyone. It's not a blanket decision. It's between the two of you people. Nyinyi muna relate aje? Munaelewanaje? Mulisikizanaje mkiingia kwa hii relationship? What works for me cannot work for the next girl.
Okay.
Yeah. So unaweza kuta uko na dem who is older than you, lakini anakunyenyekea mbaya. Kifika home amevuta stool, ameweka sahani, mpaka anakupozea.
My husband. Oh, ileza kwa amazing.
You know what I mean? So between two people, do not look at your relationship and match it with somebody else's and say, oh, but he bought her this and she took him there. And that has nothing to do with you. Live in your level. Yes, in your cocoon.
Okay, that is some nice. Me,
I hope you've agreed. Not that you say it's so nice, and then after that you go and talk behind my back over there.
Honestly,
Sanaipei anaongeaga just.
Siwezi wewe umenifunza kwa miana tu kweli sahi. But I feel like also the perfect the solution to a good love story or relationship is communication. Yes. Communication and trust. You agree, trust?
Yes, absolutely.
So like when you're open about anything and the fact that tumeongelea pia story ya kuambiana, like mi saa niende niambia maboys wangu mazee udem jo, I don't know watakuwa
exactly. Especially if you're very serious about this particular person, like you can see this relationship go somewhere, my guy, consult other people, not your friends. I don't believe in that.
So who should you consult then?
I don't know. Parents.
Mtu atakwambia ukweli.
Yeah.
Stranger.
By the way, that's the other thing. I think that's the bottom line. The bottom line is the person that you know will not lie to you. It could be a friend, it could be a cousin, it could be a parent. It could even be a worker at your jobo place. But somebody you know does not sugarcoat stuff for you. Ati anaona akikwambia hivi utafeel mbaya. Nini wewe? Catch ka unataka kukatch. What is it? So that's the person to talk to. They'll tell you the truth no matter what.
No, hapa tumewekewa vitabu na mimi honestly sisomangi hivyo sana. What do you do on your free?
Oh gosh, I wish I could read more.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you do? Umesema watch movies, you wish you could read more. Sana kama yuko karaoke ama yuko stage.
Niko kwetu, naokota mayai, napigisha madhe story, nampeleka soko, napika. Sometimes maybe I can throw in 2-3 pages if I get a chance. But I do watch a lot of movies with my mom.
Nipe movie nezenda ni watch. Your favorite?
You don't want my favorite. No, please. Me, I'm a guy for watching Shaka Zulu and Ten Commandments and old movies. Predator, 1987. Oh, yeah, those are my favorite movies. Like I still, Kina Air Force One, they're still on my laptop. But I'm currently watching. I've watched The Bodyguard before, but I'm watching it with my mom now
I
again.
didn't finish it.
So unajua ikifika zile part unachukua tu remote. Can you imagine? It's so interesting how the roles are reversed now. When you were younger, they'd be like, close your eyes. Saizi unaambia mami hapa sasa ngoja ni forward kidogo. Oh, okay. It's so interesting, but it's nice. My free time, I spend a lot of time with my mom. Yeah.
You have do you have a cocoon circle of friends ama wewe ni mtu? Do you let everybody into your...
I've got my 5 very good friends I can count on my hand. This one, just one.
Do you believe in categorizing your friends? Like unajua ni wale watano wanaweza niokoa. Kuende aje. Alafu huyu labda nikimtaka sherehe. Even though me like saa zingine
mimi nikitaka sherehe napiga mwenyewe, please.
Out of 5 friends
you don't need to party with nobody. You can just do it by yourself. So my friends are very wholesome people. I know I can count on them for anything. Yeah. So even if you feel like you are stressed, you want to go have a drink, they'll sit there with you even if they're not having a drink. You feel like you want to go on holiday, there's always a friend to go on holiday with, which is very rare because the friend I go on holiday with is my mom. So
that's so nice. When the firstborn?
Second and last. We're only 2.
How was it? Mimi peke yangu.
Uko peke yako?
I know, mtoto wa mama. Hadi
ulikuwa na imaginary friend? You must have had one. There's no way you didn't have an imaginary friend as an only child.
How? Like
you started like talking to
even hey, that's a mad thing.
No, it is not. A lot of people have imaginary friends.
I know.
Well, children.
That's crazy.
No.
Like unakaa vitu unaongea na msee. So how do you even reciprocate? Okay,
I don't know. Unajua saa nyingine nakuanga ghost. Where's jua? This is coming from me watching too many horror movies. I watch a lot of horror movies. So my friends are pretty wholesome, but they're not that, one's in France, the other one is here. They're all, married, so.
Wait, wako outside the country?
The one who's here is Japanese American. The other one is in France, but she's from northeastern. And then there's the other one who was my twin in school. So yeah.
Ninajua watu wanaweza nikashifu hapa sana tusipoongelea like whatever is going on in the country and with the Gen Z. With the Gen Zs and stuff. What's your take on it?
Man.
First of all, nacheki uli perform the peace concert.
The memorial concert,
yeah, I want to ask, was it, because I hear stories that it was organized by the Nairobi County government. Ama ilikuwa tu?
I am truly, honestly not aware. I was called by Muthoni Drama Queen the night before.
Kama ni Muthoni.
Yeah, she called me the night before. She said, look, this is what we're doing tomorrow. Would you be interested in being part of it? I said, let me get back to you. Let me talk to my people. Because, also because of security issues and all those things. So I said, let me talk to my people. I spoke to my manager, spoke to my brother, my mother, and my bro was like, look, I'll take you.
So it was for free?
It was for free. There was no payment, at least on my part. I can't sit here and say, I know. Mi nilienda, nikapiga show, nikasign my autographs, tukapiga mapicha, nikatoka. I try as much as possible not to speak on political issues because I'm not.
You're not political.
But it's true. I'm not, and I'm not politically driven in anything that I do. Everything that I do for real, and I do raw safi. But pale tumefika as a country, hii movement imebidi. Imebidi.
So hata venye unasema hadi mi kitambo nilikuwa siko political hivyo, but whatever politics is doing is really affecting our lives.
Absolutely. And it's even worse when you see people in such deplorable situations and then look at the opulence on the other side and just be like, this is absolute nonsense.
Like whatever was happening yesterday at
in Zimmerman, Mirema, whatever. That is, it is uncalled for, and all I can say is bottom line. Because, initially when all this started, not saying anything was a problem. Saying something was a problem. Because I remember my first post, amazing things. The second post for Occupy State House, it was backlash and whatever. But of course, there were some supporters here and there. So if you don't speak being this public figure, it's a problem. And if you do speak, so you have to be very careful how you construct your captions or your sentences.
Team and a lawyer.
But the bottom line is the movement is necessary more than ever before. And we, we are there.
We are shaking it.
We are shaking
Unafeel
it.
wamesikia uzito?
Wamefeel. Mazee, tuko na Wakenya alafu tuko na machizi jo. Sometimes you see some videos and you're just like, these people have guts.
I know. Kwanza sisi because tulikuwa on ground the day for occupying parliament.
Yeah, that was
kulikuwa na ilikuwa kama tires of people wa maandamano. Front row au ndio patriots. Au ndio wanapigwa maji. Wakipigwa sasa kuna
hao wakianguka ni kama siafu.
Wakianguka
au wengine wana take over. Yeah, but
it was amazing. Sijaona Wakenya wakiwa wameshikana hivyo.
Yeah, this like they say, tribeless, fearless, leaderless, all those things. This is the time. This is the time to make a change, and we're not going to be confused like they always used to confuse us. They go hit one tribe and then that tribe retaliates on this tribe because they're upset. No, that's not going to happen anymore. But bottom line is also kwa wale ambao wamepoteza maisha yao, of course, Mungu awarehemu. It's just it's waking up to go fight for a cause just to not go back home is
crazy.
It's beyond. So to the families, we are with them. We are all one, and all of us will support each other in any way we can. Kwa wale ambao bado wanapigana the good fight, tuko hapo.
Lakini kuna beshte yangu alipigwa risasi ya mguu, like si mguu, kidole. So I was wondering, askari kwani alikuwa na aim wapi? Una shoot
no, hakuwa aim. Ni stray. Hiyo ni stray. And that's the thing. It can hit you anywhere. That could have been his head.
Lakini gangster points zake azijapande bosala.
Kwa sababu amepigwa kwa toa. Acheni hizo maze. He has been shot at. Yeah, but of course, we hope that change can.
Me too.
Change has to happen because.
I think I was actually even to say, nilikuwa niseme opening remarks ni vile nilishtuka sana kwa hapa nika.
Wewe acha hizo.
Anyway, the only solution that you have right now is everybody should take their voters card. Hiyo tu ndio ile risasi moja sure bets tumebaki nayo, because imagine awase wote wenye wali turn up for that demonstration.
Yeah.
I know like 50% ama 60% or 70% at most hawakuwa na voters card. So hadi wakiweza sema ni kurecall the president or everybody, kwa kisheria lawyer. Kisheria inasema like the voters who voted are the ones who are supposed to like recall.
Okay.
So hii fujo yote tuko nayo na tuna voters card. I think the power lies when we have the card. That's why 2027 tunafaa ku.
Yeah, and I remember like even when we were doing 2022, was it? And you could hear people saying, go vote for what? They'll still just take it if they want.
The same
and I'm
guys.
like, at least exercise that right. A lot of people didn't come out to vote. Guys are just like, you're going to vote. So we patana basi when
it was a holiday.
No, you have to at least do that as a responsible citizen. That is your right. You have to exercise that right.
Big shout out to Ruto that ametufungua macho. You'll go down in history. Anyway.
This is the part where I say bye. Thanks.
Disclaimer, views. Anyway, thank you so much, Sanaa, for coming. This was amazing.
Nick.
Any new projects coming up?
Oh, yeah. So when it comes to the music, there's like 7 songs that are supposed to have been released by like Feb.
Okay.
But, we are still buying time. Yes. There is a movie I shot in 2023 that's coming out soon. There is a Netflix series that I did. It's a limited series that should be coming out soon. And then I am slated to shoot something very soon. I can't talk about that one. We haven't started. I'm very grateful. I'm so grateful. Let me tell you, acting. I could act for the next 10, 20 years.
But you're so good on character. Nishai kuona mpaka nikasema, uni sana.
Na imagine sikuangi hivyo. Mimi ni mtoto mzuri.
Unakaa tu, but ukitaka kuwa mbaya pia, sidhani inaweza taka kuona panda yako kumekasirika.
But I have that side though. In fact, there was an interview, somebody asked me, is there a part of you that's a bit like Nana? Yes. Iko, lakini hapo lazima umenisukuma.
Mbaya.
Nifike hapo.
Mpaka nakupiga tu.
Hapo umenisukuma mbaya sana na hutaki kuwa na retaliation. Nitakumenya.
Anyway, Acha tutoke kabla tumenywe.
No.
That was it for Cheka 2 Podcast. Remember to follow us on all our social media handles. Subscribe on our Instagram page. Follow Sanaipei Tande on everywhere that she is.
That's Instagram, Sanaipei.Tande, Twitter, Sanaipe_Tande.
And watch her on our TV, on your TV. And also, big shout out to Cyberbox by for giving us another amazing episode. This is the second time they're calling us.
Oh, they called you. Wow.
Okay,
thanks,
we call each other, but
Awesome.
Peace.